day, legends, it's your boy Legendary Johnny, and in this video I'll be giving you the final report about the Russia-Wagner bizarre situation that has been occurring during the past couple of hours, right? But it is ended very bizarrely. But without further ado, let's dive right into it. So I need to reiterate what led to this entire situation. So the PMC Wagner chief Prigozhin accused the Russian army of firing missiles against the soldiers' encampment on purpose, killing some and wounded more, according to the public statement that he posted on VK's social media. But those are, well, most of his statements have since been scrubbed off that social media, and I think it's Russian owned, but don't quote me on that because I'm not sure. But anyways, let's go straight into the confirmed news finally, because we've been having allegations, rumors and news all intertwined into one big pile of madness. But now that everything is cleared, let's just get the facts right to you right now. So what has happened is that Plan Fortress was implemented in southern Russia and Moscow to safeguard critical infrastructure, block telephones and restrict regular civilian activity. Also, Russian intergovernmental secure communication systems ATS-1 and ATS-2 were not operational. Ravolka was also surrounded by roadblocks and is now being dismantled. The next thing is that special forces also landed in Moscow to guard the Russian Defense Ministry headquarters, but they did not challenge the Wagner PMC in Rostov at all. So probably they wouldn't even challenge them in Moscow if they did reach it, right? But they didn't. They turned back right before it with some bizarreness, now, which I will be saying later on in this video. The next thing is that the FSB, with the help of the SOBR Spetsnaz troops, erected roadblocks along the Moscow, Bizarreness and Rostov route, but all of those roadblocks are being dismantled as I speak. And in Moscow, this is basically most of all the confirmed thing that I have seen on social media, the news outlets and etc. But this is the confirmed events that has took place in Moscow, is that all police officers and Ministry of Internal Affairs officials who were not on duty were summoned to their stations. And also an iron fence was built around Moscow's Red Square. But all of these roadblocks and iron fences and etc. are being dismantled as we speak. And the final thing that has happened in Moscow is that all public activities are cancelled and are still cancelled. Well, they are not resuming them for now anyways, but eventually everything will get back to normal in Russia after this bizarre chains of events. But anyways, the next thing is that National Guard of Russia, the Rosgvardia, I hope I said that right, I apologize if I do, but anyways, all the officers in the Central Military District were summoned to their units on high alert. And in Rostov, the street cameras were not operational. The Wagner's forces clashed with Russian soldiers near Rostov, and the Russian National Guard were deployed in the region with armored vehicles and BTR, but currently they're not deployed anymore there. They are returning back to base. All the National Guards are returning back to base all over Russia that was deployed, right? But the thing is, these National Guard troops never challenged the Wagner military guard at all when it was passing through on the march to Moscow. So Again, as you can see, all of this is just indicating that the strong hold that the Russian government had on its forces are seem to be waning, and like it's shifting it to probably Wagner influence. Well, who knows? But anyways, the next thing is that traffic in Lipsk, Bizarreness, and Rostov Oblast. I hope I did not mangle any of these names. If I did, I apologize. But I'm really trying my best here with these Russian names. So all the traffic in these oblasts, which altered, but are now resumed because all the roadblocks basically are being dismantled and traffic is just being able to move again. But anyways, this is just part 1 of this report. With the power of pausing, I will give you the second part of this report. Hello again, legends, for part 2 of this final report about this entire bizarre situation between Russia and Wagner PMC. So let's dive right into more of this confirmed stuff. So Wagner chief Prigozhin accused Russian top brass of killing civilians, and he accused them of destroying 100,000 Russian soldiers. He also disclosed top secret Russian information and confirmed Ukrainian estimates of tens of thousands of dead Russian soldiers, stabbing the Russian government right into the back. But anyways, so the Russian Ministry of Defense building, the headquarters of the Southern Military District, the building of the Ministry of Internal Affairs, the Police Department of, I'm not even going to bother pronouncing that name. You can read it by the screen right there. I apologize to those of you who can't read or having that deficiency in that, but just ask somebody to read for you right there. Alright? And Rostov administration were all captured during this entire madness of a situation by Wagner, right? But Wagner has since left all these buildings and are returning back to their base in eastern Ukraine. In Pavlovska, I hope I said that right. I apologize if I don't. There was a gun battle, right? Sorry. A large number of top Russian military and police personnel were perplexed. They don't know who to follow or what to do, right? Many people at that period of madness just resisted issuing orders altogether because they don't know what is going on or what to do exactly. But anyways, so certain Donbass units were given a vague order to block Wagner, but none of them didn't carry it out. Again, as I said before, this entire situation was just bizarre in and of itself and was causing confusion in all levels of change in the Russian military. Alright, so Prigozhin took command of a portion of the Russian Federation's armed forces on Ukrainian territory during this entire madness of a situation. And also in Moscow, counter-terrorist measures were implemented to strengthen the security, to give security services more authority, and as I said at the beginning of the video, public events are still banned. Alright, that's kind of was repeated, so I apologize for that. But anyways, Prigozhin, the head of Wagner Group, wanted to meet with Defense Ministry Sogu and the General Goryasimov. I think I said that right. If I did, I apologize. But these are Russian names, and I'm a Jamaican, and I try my best to pronounce them as accurately as possible. And I apologize if I'm mangling all these Russian names. But anyways, he wanted to meet them, but that has since changed because now he got this deal about certain stuff about changing them altogether, right? But I'll go further into the deal at the end part of this video, so stay tuned. The next thing is that there was another Russian helicopter. Well, it's up to 7 down in all, which is 3 Mi-8MT PR-1 electronic warfare helicopters, 1 Mi-8 transferred helicopter, and 1 Ka-52 and 1 Mi-35 attack helicopter, and IL-1820 a communication transport aircraft. I'm not sure how to pronounce that last one. I apologize if I pronounced it wrong. I know I'm going to probably get a lot stick in this video for mangling most of these names, but I digress. So 12 pilots were dead. Now, the Wagner chief said that he, as he was going to the Moscow, he realized that spilling Russian blood was not an option, and he recognized the full responsibility and decided to just call off the entire thing, right? And thus ended the bizarre situation, right? But you know, if 12 pilots are dead, you still spilled Russian blood. So now you have to wonder, that statement in and of itself is just hypocrisy. But anyways, in St. Petersburg, security officers entered Wagner. Let me read that again. In St. Petersburg, security officers entered the Wagner Group's offices. Now, this is confirmed. This wasn't confirmed before, but now it is completely confirmed without the allegations and without the rumors. But anyway, this is just part 2, right? This is probably already a long video as I recorded it, but you know, we have to clarify all the misunderstanding that we had during this entire madness of a situation. So I'll get right back with you with the power, after the power of editing, to get you the part 3 of this final report. Welcome back, legends. After the power of pausing, we are now at part 3 of this bizarre situation in Russia, where Russia and Wagner forces were just having some bizarre thing going on between them, but it is now ended bizarrely. So let's dive right into part 3 of this final report. The Bizarreness, I'm sorry if I beg his name once again, but the region governor warned citizens not to utilize M4 Don motorway because at the time the Wagner column was on it, and there was like some big attack against Wagner, but that attack failed and resulted in some civilians. That's what I read. So anyways, for the time being, all public events are cancelled and are still cancelled, right? Wagner channel said that Wagner PLC did take all the military facilities in Bizarreness, and the army, they said, has joined the people cause. So all of those military facilities, if they did indeed take them, they have bombarded them and has returned, as I said before, to their bases in eastern Ukraine. The Russian Ministry of Defense advised Wagner warriors against participating in an armed coup, claiming they had been duped by Prigozhin criminal adventures. Now, think of it what you may, but in my opinion, this wasn't a coup because nothing really happened in that was like signifying an actual coup, right? It was just one or two skirmishes thereabout, but nothing really major to warrant it being called a coup. That's why I've not changed it to coup or even civil war, as some people were calling it. It's neither of those guys. So stop the nonsense. But anyways, so the Wagner group believed Putin made the wrong choice during the speech at that time. If you didn't watch my video on that, you can watch it by clicking on my channel and just watch the short video about the short speech that he gave. All I know is that he did look pissed. That's all I can say. Just watch the video and you will see all the details that Putin gave us in his short speech. But anyways, and Wagner Group said that Russia will soon have a new president. That's what they were saying, right? Well, again, all of this might change because of a deal, which again I'll be diverted, well, going over it with you in details later on in this video. So stay tuned. Several Russian politicians declared their commitment to Putin during this bizarre situation, right? Wagner soldiers along the M4 was attacked by another Russian aircraft assets, and it was added to the down aircrafts during this entire situation. Remember, it was 7, I think. Yes, 7 down aircrafts. Haha. I still got it. I still got the memory, man. I still got the memory. But anyways, Wagner soldiers along the I lost my chain of thought. I'm reading about the same thing. But Wagner recognizes full responsibility. This is what I was saying. This is what I was saying earlier about the Russian blood being spilled. He said that the full responsibility for the fact that Russian blood would be spilled on one of the side, according to Prigozhin, right? Which is the Wagner chief. For those of you who forget or have short-term memory, who confirmed that he had ordered his forces to start moving back towards their field bases in southern Russia and eastern Ukraine. And we are currently deploying our columns in the opposite direction to the field camps as planned. Now this entire statement threw everybody out of whack, because we never expected this. No one never could have predicted this. Everybody was saying that this is just quite bizarre, or they just edited it off. So like, is Prigozhin like feeling safe after all of this? In my personal opinion, he must be shitting himself still, because he has threatened Putin, which is the most powerful man in Russia, based on everyone's perception of it, right? But today was a real blow to his character, that he's not that all powerful, right? I know it's a bold statement, but it's a bold statement. I will let it stand. Well, anyways, so in all Wagner's telegraphs, the Wagner PMC group appears to be extremely dissatisfied with Prigozhin's choice, with several members even threatening to break their contract with the organization, because you know why they want to break their contract and feel dissatisfied is because they feel dissatisfied about the entire government of Russia. They feel like it's a lose situation that they've been dealt here, that they think that nothing will be changed, and in my opinion nothing will change. Even if they kick every top brass as in the military on the curb, nothing will change. Alright, that's just my opinion, and as well as some people's opinion, but I digress. Also, the final thing on this part of the report is that the Wagner PMC are returning to their base camps in eastern Ukraine, right? So again, this has ended very bizarrely, and as we said before, this entire situation was just pure money from start to finish. Alright, now I'm going to delve into the deal, right? But first and foremost, I have to do so with the power and the friendly help of pause. Hello legends, welcome back again with another part of this, well, the last part of this final report about this Russia Wagner bizarreness that has been happening in the past couple of hours and ended quite bizarrely, right? So now we're going to delve right into the ending part of this entire situation, where a deal was made by the Wagner chief and the Belarusian president Alexander Lukashenko by phone, right? So there are 4 deals. Is probably these are part of the deals, but let's just dive right into it. So a stipulation that the majority of Wagner PMC forces is be redeployed to Africa from Russia and Ukraine. Also, shifts in the defense ministry and the army chief of general staff, among other significant leadership changes within the Russian Ministry of Defense is going to happen. That was a part of the deal between the Wagner chief and Alexander Lukashenko, the president of Belarus. And then the third thing that is a part of this deal is that the dismissal of the criminal case brought by the Russian Federal Security Services against Prigozhin. I'm not even bothered pronouncing that first name. Members of the Wagner PMC group who took part in this alleged coup. It's not a group in my opinion, guys, so don't even call it group. Just call it madness or bizarreness, right? So the PMC group have received some form of legal immunity. And finally, Prigozhin will leave with Belarus while the rest go back to their base in eastern and Ukraine. So Prigozhin is leaving for Belarus. Now, some people have said on social media that this looks like, say, this is the demise of Wagner, the end of it. In my opinion, no, it's not. It's probably that he's just cementing the deal that was made between the Belarusian president and the man himself, Prigozhin, right? So again, we'll find out more exactly what is going to happen with the Wagner PMC. Obviously, he can go back to the Kremlin. If he did, I think he would be assassinated right on the spot, and probably even much worse situation would have happened. So this is just the best case outcome right now, right? But very bizarrely happened. Alright, so this is all the happenings during this entire bizarre situation. It's finally we have confirmed facts rather than allegations mixed into rumors, mixed into news, and we just didn't know what the hell was going on with this situation. I hope you all have some form of idea what exactly was it. Final conclusion, this all seemed like a big stage operation by Russia. Right, the way it was ended gave that, because it didn't make any sense how he just went back to his base after going hard on the pedal to right up to Moscow's doorsteps, and just turning back and saying in that Russian blood, if it was spilled, it would be a disaster and so forth, even though Russian blood is spilled from the pilots being dead. But anyways, those are just my thoughts. If you have your thoughts of your own, please leave it in the comment section down below. As well as, if you like this video, please hit that like button. Also hit the subscribe button if you want more content like this, and also hit the notification bell when you want to be notified of when I post a video, right? I love you all very much, legends. And I thank you for being very patient with me, especially today when I had to be cleaning up my room. And when I clean up my room, I found this camera which seemed to have even a better quality mic than the headphone quality, right? So you probably could pick up the difference right there, and it could explain why, right? I probably might do a little bit more tweaking to make it perfect. Probably it was not sounding as good. I'm still in the process of getting an actual mic, like a good mic. But for now, this will have to do. So be patient with me, legends. But that being said, I hope to see you all in the next video. Legend out.